The NBA All-Star game was just a complete dumpster fire. I can't imagine there are people who actually paid tickets to go and watch the NBA All-Star games, in the whole All-Star break. So, just first things first, not before I even get into this video, I must say this. The only bright spot that was in that All-Star game was that three-point shooting contest, which featured Stephen Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. So that was actually the best. And it only lasted about 2 minutes. But when you go to the Celebrity All-Star game, it was actually hot garbage. You are seeing people who can't even bounce a basketball save their life play. Then we had the dunk contest. Oh my God. Not even the dunk contest. Even go before you get to that, because that was a complete clusterfuck. It was a dumpster fire. The skills challenge. I know the Indiana Pacers won it. And it was just something that we just accustomed to it. I don't know if that reflects to anything in the regular season, but it was just a meaningless skills challenge there, and it was actually funny to see like the antics that were there also, because it was just really funny. Then heading into the dunk contest, oh my God, the dunk contest sucked. Honestly, it sucked. At least we had Jaylen Brown. He's one of the NBA players that, is a superstar that took part in the dunk contest, but all the others were just crap. And Mark McClung came in and won the prestigious dunk contest, and he's a 2-time dunk contest champion. And he only played a couple of games with the Sixers, and he plays in the G League. So it begs the question, like, where's the incentive of these players? Do they really want to be here? Or it's just like, they're just doing it just to, put their name out there. I mean, when it comes to like the NBA players, you're expecting like the most athletic athletes in the NBA to be participating in the dunk contest the way it has been in a couple of years now. But the dunk contest has just been watered down, and you've seen almost every single dunk imaginable. And thank you, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, for setting that huge standard for the dunk contest, because after that 2016 All-Star game that happened in Toronto, we will never get to see such a dunk contest in a competition, because we had so much creativity when it came to dunking the basketball. Even in the early 2000s, for me, I'm an old head. I've watched a lot of basketball games. I've watched a lot of All-Star weekends. I didn't just start watching recently. I've watched them all the way back to the early 2000s when I was just growing up. So I have seen the evolution of the All-Star game, and every single year the viewership just keeps diminishing, especially when you head into the 2010s, because majority of the time we were just seeing like the sport and the prestige that the All-Star break had and the All-Star games had, it just kept diminishing. And the way the superstars are approaching these things, they are just watering it down. And I feel like majority of the time, I've seen a lot of people make videos talking about how horrendous the All-Star games were. And I feel like some of the points have not been touched yet, because if you look at like the way the NBA players are being compensated, especially the superstars that are being compensated, money is not even the issue, because they're getting paid a lot of money. They're getting, a ridiculous salaries. Some of those players are on like $200 million contracts. So even if you say like you're going to win something in the end, let's say, for example, money, like let's say, for example, like they're going to get like $1 million. It does nothing to a player that's earning like $50 million this season. So the money isn't there to like, the money, even if they put it there, it won't be in an incentive enough. I feel like Adam Silver has failed a lot. I know he made the change of just putting it a traditional East and West, because there was this time they made that change for like the All-Star team captains to pick the teams, and you could just see the bias that was there, and you can see like some majority of the stars were just skewed onto one side, and it really, really hurt like even the competitive spirit. Like you could see a guy like Jokic in the last year's All-Star game, because he was picked last, but eventually he won the championship at the end. So players, especially the top tier superstars in the league, do not give a damn about the All-Star game. It's just like it's a glorified scrimmage that is televised throughout the whole world for people to see. And you can even see the lack of defense. This All-Star game had Oh my God. I've just jumped from like the dunk contest, the All-Star game. But anyway, I digress. Going back to the dunk contest, before you even get to the All-Star break, the All-Star, not even the All-Star break, the All-Star game, you could see Mark McClung. He went and won it, and he did that. He did it, I can feel like he repeated one of his dunks and won it. But man, it was such a snooze fest. And the luster and the whole prestige that players had, especially being selected as an All-Star, is actually diminishing every single time, because this is the standard that is being set. Even going into the All-Star game, I know I've digressed a bit, but anyway, going into the actual All-Star game, there's zero defense. This was actually the highest scoring you've seen. The team that won it, the East, had 211 points, so they were scoring it every single possession. Nobody was doing that. And I can even say that the reason as to why you're not seeing any defense being played is because these games are televised, and a lot of stars don't want to get viral, especially in social media. In this social media era, I know a lot of people can clip that and it goes viral. And I can say, in part, social media, NBA social media, has literally ruined like even the competitive and spirit, especially when it comes to playing, because when one of the biggest stars gets crossed up, it's gonna get headlines, it's gonna get clicks, it's gonna get viral, and people don't know what to be looked at like that, and a lot of people don't want to be embarrassed like that. So especially with your peers, because majority of the time the All-Star game, it's being played by your peers. So the guys who are there at their level, there are guys who are there who are getting older, like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. There's guys on their last legs. But if you look at the young guys, because of the social media era and the way they came into the league, they don't want to be embarrassed at all. And that's the reason as to why they're not even giving any effort, because those clips go viral. Like when you do something funny and people like laugh at you. Let's say, for example, you get crossed up, you get dunked on, you get a poster, that thing can go viral and can rub you off the wrong way. So they don't want that situation. They don't want any of those clips in their heads. But it has really, really ruined everything. You can see LeBron James, Stephen Curry, KD, they're trying to bring it back, but you can see the young guys, they just have that culture that they don't want to do it. Because if you look at even the early 2010s, when LeBron James, Stephen Curry was there, I know even Stephen Curry was there, but you can see LeBron James and KD, when they were All-Stars, you can see they put some effort, especially when it came to playing. But when you look at these new guys, that's the precedent that they're setting for themselves, because they don't feel like doing it anymore. So my God, I was thinking about making a video like this, but I just thought about it and said, let me just release a video just talking about this issue. I know I've not talked about the NBA a lot, but I will make sure to be consistent, especially when it comes to talking about matters basketball. But anyway, it is what it is. I mean, the All-Star game just needs a rehaul. Adam Silver has really failed, and he has to find a way to be able to incentivize players to play a bit and be a bit more competitive. Have to be a bit more competitive, because if they continue like this, it's just gonna suck. And it's not going to be something that people will be looking forward to, and the prestige that even having an All-Star selection will not even be resonating even the guys coming into the league, because when they look at it, they'll see like this is the norm, and they're not going to be that much motivated to get to that position. Because if you get to the actual All-Star game that people actually voted for them to play, it was a dud game. And I feel like people who pay for that crap should stop paying. People should even stop going to watch these things, because you're getting ripped off by the NBA. You're being ripped off by the league. Adam Silver is ripping you off. These players are ripping you off. You're expecting to see athletic plays, but you can't see that. You're just seeing wide open dunks. Players not giving a crap about defense. So that's not something that I really enjoyed watching. And I took some time. I watched the All-Star game a couple of times, and my God, it was just mind-numbing. I just said, let me just make a video talking about this, just to leave my comments in there. And yeah, man. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think about this whole, All-Star game. Should they cancel it? Should they rehaul it? Because I know it's not right ideal for them to cancel it, but the way that it was conducted was just, it was just boring. and it's not something. It's not a product that many people can get behind, especially when you see like the couple of two All-Star, a couple of like 3 years back, the way they've been playing, it's just the same thing. And I thought last year's All-Star game was crap, but this one was horrendous. So if you guys like this video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. I know the powers that be are gonna do whatever it is they want gonna do, regardless of any counsel from me. I'm just giving my opinion on this. So drop a comment, and I'm out. Peace.